Hey folks, I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore teacher. Mitochondria is the topic for today. You may remember that from high school science class. You remember looking at a protozoa and breaking it down and diagramming all the things in the cell. And there's something inside the cell called the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria is the most important part of the cell. It's where the energy takes place. The adenosine triphosphate, it's where all the stuff happens in the cell is in the mitochondria. It's amazing. When the mitochondria get sick or damaged, that is where cancer starts. And all of a sudden, the mitochondria, which were functioning properly, are now functioning improperly. And they, instead of respiring, using oxygen as energy and all the fuels for energy, it's using fermentation for energy instead. Now the cell has started to grow in a weird way, getting bigger and bigger because it's fermenting. That's cancer. And then it gets in the bloodstream and it metastasizes and stops off at another part of the body and deposits there and it ferments there. And you have a metastasis. And it gets worse. So taking care of the mitochondria is the most important thing to keep us from getting cancer and other diseases. How do you take care of your mitochondria? By eating the proper human diet, the carnivore way of eating. When you're not ingesting seed oils, which is a machine lubricant, which causes oxidative stress in our cells, in our body. When we are not glycating the inside of our body through chronic, excessive carbohydrates and sugar over a long period of time, then we're taking care of our mitochondria. When we're not glycating our cells, when we're not oxidizing the inside of our body. You do that by eating beef, lamb, pork, poultry, fish, and eggs. Shop around the edges of the grocery store. Use butter, beef tallow, chicken schmaltz, bacon fat, duck fat. Use those fats to cook those meats, and your body will function properly. Your mitochondria are healthy. They're not being damaged by the oxidation. They're not being glycated onto by sugar. You are doing well. Your chance of acquiring a cancer are decreased dramatically when you don't have oxidation or glycation going on in your body like crazy. Dr. Thomas Seyfried is the doctor who taught me about cancer. Google Dr. Thomas Seyfried and learn away. It's amazing what he has taught me about cancer and how to not get cancer. And if I get cancer, God forbid, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of long-term fasting. I'm going to tune up my carnivore diet, so I'm doing the lion diet where I just eat beef, water, and salt. And then I'm going to go to my doctor and I'm going to tell them about it and find a doctor that will believe what Dr. Thomas Seyfried believes. And I'm going to see if I can get a drug that's going to stop my glutamine, which is another fuel for cancer cells. Cancer feeds off of glucose, but it also feeds off of glutamine. If I don't have glucose going on in my body in excess, because I can control that, I can't control the glutamine, but they have drugs for that now. If you can somehow meander the system and get around to get that DON drug, you can, and other drugs that can cut the glutamine down. And then through some standard of care, maybe some chemotherapy, but not the ridiculous amounts that some people get where they're dying, and maybe some radiation, if it's small and it's targeted, I can kill this cancer if I'm not already killing it by depriving it of glucose through my lion diet. It all goes back to the mitochondria in all of our cells. Keeping them healthy by eating properly, which is not the standard world diet, keeping your mitochondria healthy by eating the carnivore way of eating reduces your chances dramatically. Click the thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you like my content, ask me some questions, check out Dr. Thomas Seyfried, and have a great day, everybody.